Good morning, everybody. Happy Memorial Day. It's Monday. We've got our coffee. We're just kind of out here doing some cleanup today. I got a few things that we got to do. Mainly, we got to work on the Challenger today and get that stuff kind of ready for the show next weekend. But we did have a good weekend as far as bench time and got some other things that were done on this nice long weekend. Like the thumbnail shows, we've got a couple things to discuss, and we did finish another one over the weekend. So let's flip this camera around right after this intro, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, so many of you guys know I'm a big race car guy, period. A lot of you think just purely drag race. I used to follow NASCAR very, very heavily. I've been very blessed to meet many of those people over the years. And engineering side, parts side, you go to some of these big shows and stuff like that, and you get the pleasure of meeting people, especially being at the racetracks too. So I've got something here to explain on some of my things. This is kind of an inspirational thing, and that's what Memorial Day is, to remember the ones that have fallen. We've lost a lot of great people in the last year, both civilians and military folks. We want to thank all of our military, all of our police officers, all our fire, EMS people. Without those people risking their own lives, none of us would be sitting here building models and having fun with race cars and whatnot. So I get questions a lot on what inspires me. We talk about it on the AMC show. A lot of people talk about it, period, when you watch other podcasts. And I thought, well, this is a kind of a neat way to kind of discuss some of that stuff with some of the things that have went on besides, and what time means to you, what it means to me. So we did get another one done. So we've got another one off the bench. I'm kind of doing like King Bob this week, just kind of getting a bunch of stuff that's kind of cluttered on the bench projects and just completing them. So we have a lot of stuff done on the shop truck. We have a lot done on the Ram Charger, and we got this little mini rod done that you guys see me paint before. So let's show you what we got here. Alrighty, so as you can see, we got the little mini rod done. I'm very glad to get this done. These things are good. I've said this before. This thing takes too long. My whirly wheel is very slow. These things are awesome for trying different paints and stuff out, and just doing experiments. These little printed tractors and stuff like that, especially these ones, being that they're smaller and they don't take up as much resin and stuff to print. But this here is all the Kaleido paint. I did some mixtures of myself and thinned things out before the translucent colors. I mean, I really thinned it out. It was dang near an 80% reducer versus what pigment of the paint, and just had to be very, very careful with that shading so that it wouldn't run. But nonetheless, it turned out great. The product works really good. That is their clear varnish. That's their gold. That's their blue. Their black. The whole 9 yards. The cage, I shot that with their what the heck is that called? It's kind of like a metallic black. Really cool. It's in the metal color, so it's got a little bit of a gold flake to it. Really kind of fits the motif of this little tractor. The tires I did with the just the Mr. Hobby primer. That's all that is. That stuff works really, really well for creating that rubber look. Then just kind of detail painted, kind of weathered some of the back area there to where it looks like it's been hooked up to a sled. Just kind of give it a little bit of wear on the back panel, because that's usually where the sled operators touch the body to hook up to the kill switch and all that stuff. So just kind of tried to create a little bit of wear. We kind of just blended the motor in with a little bit of the paint job by giving it the gold anodized Moroso looking valve covers on the old Hemi. People know what I'm talking about. Is back in the day, is everybody was buying the gold anodized Moroso valve covers for their small block or big block Chevys. So I decided to gold anodize those valve covers to kind of match the paint job. So I'm very happy with it. There's a few things with this file that are a little bit inaccurate, but compared to what the mini rods are today. But nonetheless, this is a great starting point. A guy could go really crazy with one of these tractors, whether it's this little one or the big one. And I mean, you could go, I mean, just bonkers with detail. So these things are a great platform to start with. I know there's a few printer guys that are printing these things. But this one here, I just purchased the file and then printed it out, and I think it turned out good. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. So let me pause that and we'll get to the next item here. All right, so I think I've shown this before. This is one of my RC oval trucks, but I thought, being Memorial Day, do I have anything that has any kind of an American flag paint job on it? This was one of them that I did. I also did a POW MIA car body a long time ago as well. But this one here was probably one that I really enjoyed, and somebody wants to know where the inspiration comes. So this came from the Kyle Busch Motorsports trucks when he had that. They had these designs on pretty much all of their trucks with these scalps in there, and then they used to have like a fade in there, and then the number, and then whoever the sponsor was. And that particular year too, they all had pretty much the same paint jobs. There was like 3 or 4 of those trucks out there. So I just took that inspiration, because I always liked the Kyle Busch trucks, that when you'd seen them on the track. And I put my number, and I put my sponsor with the Mopar stuff on there. And then I decided to do this one with the American theme, the American flag theme in there. So we threw some stars in there, and then made this one red and did the fade in the background. So it was a lot of fun. It looks really good going around the racetrack. In fact, I just drove it a couple weekends ago, so it's pretty cool. You can see the airbrushing here in the Mopar and in the hood, and then my name and numbers, stuff like that. And then we've got my logo on the back, and then the chassis manufacturer, the TCR. So the only sticker is the TCR sticker. The rest of this is all painted with an airbrush and stencils. It's all Createx paint. But it goes down really well. It works really good. I have done a body now with the new Kaleido paint, and the Kaleido paint works really well on this Lexan. So expect to see more of the Kaleido paint on some Lexan paint jobs. This has always been fun. I used to sit and just do this for a long time, and I painted a lot of bodies for a lot of people over the years. But this one here, I think is very appropriate for this weekend. Nice memorial theme paint job here. I've been working on a couple other paint jobs for myself on some other RC stuff, and I've been kind of in a roadblock a little bit on what I want to do. If I want to brighten it up and get rid of some of the black, I kind of want to do something with the American flag. So I'm looking upon this thing today to inspire me again. Also pay a little tribute to Kyle Busch Motorsports. Kyle was a great man, and we used his paint scheme basically that he had on some of his trucks, and then we just kind of embellished it a little bit here. But nonetheless, I really wanted to show you guys that on some of the inspiration on what I get for my paint jobs. Let's flip this back around. Alrighty, so I thought I'd just share that a little bit. That's the only thing I have that's kind of got an American paint scheme on it. And I want to do more. I want to do something with a model yet as well. Get a little bit more airbrushing. Like I've told you guys before, I'm trying to improve my painting skills, especially when you're talking about 1/25th, 1/24th scale models. I've done a lot of stuff on this 1/10 scale stuff or bigger, but when you start doing it on the models, you have to just kind of downsize everything a little bit, and you're also doing it on the outside versus those Lexan things are on the inside. So I'm trying to better my skills so that I can do some of these other things that are in my head. Like I've said before, I get these creative ideas, and the beauty of models or cars or RC or slot cars is that it is the medium, the canvas per se, to lay your creativity and smack it on down, and then everybody can see what you were thinking. But we've talked about this before, about the inspiration on where you get your inspiration for your builds. Even yesterday we were talking about that on the live that Bruce had. Is somebody asked a question, how do you guys know what color to paint them or whatnot? And sometimes it just depends on the build or what the inspiration is. Like the Dart, I wanted to recreate the Ray Barton car, so it was red. I don't like red, but it was red. There's a lot of those that I want to do. In those recreations of race cars, whether you're a oval track guy, a road course guy, Le Mans, NASCAR, drag racer, whatever, if you're recreating those models, I'm watching your channel because I like that. And to me, that is us remembering people that have done great things, whether they're here yet or not. And it's just a really cool honor to build those cars, put them on your shelf, and remember something that was moved you enough to build it. So there's lots of great race cars out there. There's lots of great builders out there, and those are the guys that I really kind of gravitate towards, and I dig a lot. So what's on the deal for today? Today we're gonna, like I said, we got to clean up the Challenger. I got some models to clean for the show this weekend, and then we're gonna clean the shop. We got a lot of stuff done. I am going to dig into the Duster today. Many of you guys have seen that video, so we are going to dig into this today. We're going to start prepping the chassis on this guy. So I've gotten asked a couple questions on those chassis, between that and the Demon are the same. So I'm going to show everybody a couple things that I like to do to kind of simplify the chassis out a little bit to adapt to more 3D parts. And we will do a tutorial on that as well. Probably not today, but we're gonna get started on it and come up with the game plan. I do know what color that's gonna be, and it's gonna be a lot of fun to build that thing and be a cool ass little drag car. So we'll see you on the next one. Remember, have a happy, safe Memorial Day if you're barbecuing. If you like this content, please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. It's free. And remember, all our service people, whether they're military, they're fire, they're police, they're EMS, show respect to those people because they're putting their lives on the line every day. So, peace out, everybody.